And we're live. Thank you. Hello, everyone. Appreciate you guys coming down. And hey, disappointment. You watched my live, my premiere. Thank you for the Nakato Japanese Steakhouse. Very nice, very nice, very nice. And it was my first time, so I've never been to those kind of restaurant. I mean, it's not like it's not really expensive, and right now it's not. Uh, Around $20 to $30 average. So I had I had steak and salmon. Very good, and man, it was great. It was great. So appreciate everybody, Team Happy for coming. Brett for showing up. Check out the rallies. Um, Shooting Star, appreciate you guys. Appreciate for coming a little bit. Not be here for so much. Maybe an hour. I have to pack. I'm heading finally home. Finished the whole race, and if you heard the news, in hello, Shay Marie from Team Happy. Thank you for coming. If you heard, and here in Charlotte, the race got postponed from Sunday to Monday, so it was a mess. I mean, it was crazy. We had to work like 15 hours Saturday, Sunday. I mean, it was just crazy, man. And today and Monday, we did over 17 hours. Yeah, it was nuts, crazy. I'm still tired. I still care about my black eyes, probably. It's like very hurting. I mean, hurt my wrist is very hurting, very bad. I'm using a thing, but I took it off because I have to rest, give it a break. But yeah, it was fun. I mean, I appreciate you guys for coming up and watching the premiere. I'm trying to do every premiere on Tuesdays, and then after that, of course, live after that. So let's see how it works out. I mean, I appreciate it. One of my co-hosts can't come in today. He's working, and he's staying out for a long time. So, Adrian, how you doing? Thank you for coming, man. How's everything up there? Jerry, look at Jerry. How you doing, Jerry? Doing good. Hopefully, you guys doing good over there. And I know Australia, you guys doing pretty good up there. Hopefully, the weather is very good in the Philippines. I heard they had a raining last week. I think it was last week. Typhoon. Hopefully, typhoon didn't hurt. How's everything going, Jerry and Adrian? How's everything up there with that wonder? Sean, thank you. Good to see you, man. How's your son, John? Everything's good. Hopefully, he's back home finally. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it, guys, for coming. Uh, Hopefully, you watched the premiere. Pretty good. It's my first time in a steakhouse, so Japanese steakhouse. I mean, I seen it on TV. I seen it, but I never went to one. I was kind of. But thanks to Adam for letting me taking us down there. Actually, it's right here in front of the hotel, and like right straight in front of the hotel. It's like really good. So, like I said, I'm in Charlotte. Okay, all right, Sean. Hopefully it gets better. His blood count goes a little bit up now, and everything gets to normal. Yeah, you never want that for especially for a son. Yeah, you want everything go okay. But yeah, um, the premiere is something different. I don't do too much food premieres, but Giselle Rosales, Team Happy, thank you for coming. I just don't do that much premieres or video food videos, but I still have to do it because my first time in a steakhouse, and Japanese steakhouse, a real Japanese steakhouse, they cook food right in front of you, and you see it how they cook it. So I had a New York strip and salmon, pretty good. I mean, it was one of the best I tried in a while. So I mean, I'm not really like I'm kind of steak person or seafood person, but it was nice. I tried to eat it. I'm thank you, Jerry. Thank you for a thumbs up. Appreciate you guys. Everybody gave a thumbs up, and it was. I mean, I can't even deny it. It was super delicious. It was, I mean, amazing food. It's my first time in one of those restaurants. Like I said, Adam saw it and he said, "Yeah, we have to go." I said, "What is that?" I mean, I've seen it around, but it says, "Oh, it's just one. They cook very food in front of you and they do a show." Like, oh, I gotta go do it. I only seen it on TV, so I'm not, like I say, I'm not a fancy person. I eat burgers and then whatever is in whatever restaurant. not into fancy restaurants. So I'm not a fancy person. So, but it was entertaining. It was entertaining, and it worth your while waiting for the food, because you feel hungry, but your show will keep your mind off the food, or the you're hungry. You give you soup. I'm not an onion person or a soup person. Trust me, I don't eat food. It's nothing onions or soup. But that soup was good. That soup was amazing food. And then the noodles and fried rice and all that stuff, and right in front of you they cook it, so you see what you're gonna eat. And you can order medium rare, well done, or whatever you want like that. So it was good. It's Taco Tuesday for dinner. I know, right? It's Taco Tuesday. I didn't eat no much today. We had a Like I said, I'm in Charlotte for the race this past weekend, but it was raining this Sunday and Saturday, so we were working 17 to 15 hours a day, and the race for Sunday got postponed for Monday, and it was crazy. It was crazy. So we worked like 17 hours yesterday for the race. We had double race on Monday, and it was weird, a very crazy race. So super tired. We only had like come back to work here today to do some others to finish, and finally head back home tomorrow. So 125 tacos, man. I had that. Me and my son Godfather in up in Connecticut. We used to do that. We used to do Taco Tuesday every single time. We were on straight for Taco Tuesday from it was I think it was 150 tacos, and then we got like $2 beers. So we were order like five tacos, six tacos to eat it. So it was good. Yeah, yes, they do pay overtime. I mean, yes, that's after 40 is overtime. So yes, that's trust me, we made a lot of hours, and my most time that I do hours is in Faster Horses, is a 3-day country festival in Michigan. We did in 1 week, and not joking. We did in 1 week 132 hours, something like that. It was insane. So imagine that. We did 1 week. We did 2 weeks almost in 1 week. So yeah, it was crazy. We didn't have no sleep, no time. We were tired. Hey Brett, thank you for coming. Thank you for being the premiere. Appreciate it, guys. Appreciate for the John. Appreciate it for sharing and all of our videos. Yes, I'm finally going home tomorrow. Yes, it was. I mean, it's a lot of lifting. It's a lot. We do pallets of beers, sodas, sheds. We have to place in on top. But yeah, we do get paid by the hour. I'm hourly, so and overtime for sure. So over 40 is overtime, no matter what. But yeah, it's crazy. It's a lot of hours. I mean, I wish I could have a camera like in my chest, something, just do a whole 8 hours of what we do. But of course, I can't do that because it's NASCAR, and there's some restriction that I cannot do. But I can shoot film a little races here and there. I mean, I cannot do live on races because it's a TV paying for the spot. So I try to do it a couple of days after the race, so everybody knows who won or whatever is it. But don't ask me who won, because I got no clue. I got no clue who won. But thank you guys. Thank you, I appreciate it. It was good. So yeah, how was your Memorial Day weekend? I know I posted a video Monday about here in Charlotte, about every hello shooting star, to see other cars and military stuff. I got to reminisce when I was in the military before. So I got into a Humvee, I get to a tank. So I got some. I did a video, so you guys want to watch it later on. Yeah, sure, sure. Actually, here's let me not be here for so long because I have to. I'm gonna pack, but we're gonna be talking about differences. So and please be respectful. No bad language, and no cursing or something like that. Okay, guys. So here's the link down there. So if you guys want to come up, come up and we can talk about differences and why it makes it better. So yeah. Let me see who there. So if you guys want to come up, let me know. There's this link right there. No, we're live. And right here. Yes. There you go. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Team Happy. Appreciate it. You guys showing up. So today is about differences and how our differences make us stronger. It should make us stronger. We should not think. I mean, we are not the same. We don't think the same. We have differences from every single person, and that's what makes us better uh, on each other. So it's not like it's not if we were thinking us alike, same. We were. I mean, it's we'll be everything would be normal and happy. We have the same idea. We have the same anything. We have no. It can't be. And it falls up into a partnership too. I too. Well, you stop driving and come live. Stop in the corner. If you're driving, stop in the corner. Nissan Kino, thank you. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it. Captain Billy Jack, hello. Thank you for coming, Captain. Appreciate it. How's everything out there? Hey, Bruce, waiting for you. Your link is up there, guys. You want to come in? Remember, be respectful. Hopefully, no bad language or nothing. If you want to come up, only be up here until 11 because I have to start packing. I leave tomorrow 8 in the morning, super early. We got a 8 to 9 hour drive. Yeah, so we got. Paquad, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the premiere, guys. It was something different, some food, something different from NASCAR and everything else. And oh wow, we got a guapo now, and look
No,
at
it's my.
guapo.
It's kind of a playoff because I
look
don't
at
know.
look at your blonde hair, guapo.
hmm And I got fried chicken.
Oh,
Not,
you're
not here, but that's about a picture of it.
Edland. Hello, thank you. How's everything going with you, man?
hmm
Destroying my bad brain.
I had Bland, hi Shooting Star, hi
Keep
Sean,
shooting.
hi
Let's
all
see.
team happy. Yeah.
That's
Um,
that's good for you. Yeah, I have a friend of mine who's doing TSC for his I think he has nerve system, so it's actually working for him. So
he
that's
has
good.
what?
It's like nerve. He shakes all the time, and
Oh, he has
it's not
Tourette's.
Parkinson, but it's a nerve system. He's every
Not
time he
Tourette's
eats,
either.
he shakes. No, he shakes every time his body
Uh,
shakes. Yeah, so
huh.
something with his
Because
nerve systems.
Tourette's is where you get like twitches and you just start
Yeah,
shaking
yeah, and
out of the blue
he
every
does
so often.
TAC, and it does work for him. So
hmm
no, it's
There was a
really
guy
good.
that had Tourette's. He was that was the guy's name. He was a freestyle motocrosser,
Hmm.
part of the metal militia. He had Tourette's, and sometimes he'd be riding his bike and he just
Ooh.
starts seeing it's like this twitch for like 3 5 seconds, and then it
Yeah.
would go away.
I'm not, every time I ride my motorcycle, my thing is my nerves is getting hard. So every time I try to brake and everything, it's getting harder.
Oh, you're like wrist in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm like, and my whole joints is really bad.
it is
So
Parkinson's. He said.
yeah. Yeah.
hmm
Sometimes Parkinson's okay. That's what I thought. But it's not like he's shaking it. But yeah, it's Parkinson's. So
hmm
it helps him
Yeah,
a lot.
there's some celebrities that have. Of course, Muhammad Ali had it. Michael J. Fox is still currently
He
has it,
still has
but
it.
it's never
Yeah.
going to go away. But he
Yeah.
has Parkinson's too, and
Yep.
it's progressed. I mean, you can if you ever seen Michael J. Fox recently,
Oh
you
yeah.
know,
Yeah.
even with medicine, he shakes a little more
Hmm.
than he used to, and he's finally starting to look old
Yeah. Yeah.
because he's
He
like probably
does.
60 years old or something now. I
I
don't
know.
know.
He still looks like kind of good though, even though he
Yeah,
got.
you know who looks really good?
Yeah.
Who's from about the same era?
Hmm.
Um, oh, God, what the hell's his name now? Ralph Macchio still looks freaking good.
Oh, right now she's like almost 60, 50 something. He is like, whoa, what is
Yeah,
this?
he does. You know, I think he's like 62.
Yeah,
Ralph
because
Macchio.
when he did Karate Kid, he was almost in the 30s when he did the
Yeah.
Karate Kid. I was like, wow, look at this guy.
Yeah, look at this guy. He looks like he's like 17.
Yeah. So I
Yeah,
mean,
he's
it's good. I think it's good genes. You know what I mean? He's
yeah,
just
some real good genes. Yeah, and he still looks young. And plus, two, well, he doesn't really do anything anymore, Ralph Macchio, other than he did that.
yeah.
What's that show called? Like a few days ago.
That's all right, Captain Billy Jack. Don't worry about it. But yeah,
Hmm.
so so so
Yeah.
well, our Celtics is gone, so we screwed up. So that's pretty good. So no more Celtics. It'd be Florida, Miami, and Nuggets, whatever that is.
Hmm.
So Brett, differences. What do you think about? Do we need to have differences in between partners or not?
Some differences are good, some aren't. Like if you have like major differences, that's not good. But small differences, everybody's going to have that
Yeah,
between like
it's like
any
yeah,
relationship. If you're dating them or friendship or like family,
mhm,
you're gonna all have differences. Everybody's different. Like everybody's gonna like something else. Everybody's gonna have a different opinion. Everybody's not gonna want to do this. Someone's only gonna do that, and you're gonna have to compromise all
yeah,
the time. Like
yeah,
every day, if you're around somebody every day or a lot, you're gonna have to compromise with them all the time.
exactly.
They're,
Yep, yep.
they're gonna disagree with you one time, then you're gonna go, oh, I don't like that, but I gotta go. Okay, it's fine if we disagree.
No, exactly, and,
And
and we have
I'll go with you to this place because you want to really do it. So
yeah,
I'll go.
and we have to if you have a partner or you have a wife or everything, and it's good to have differences because if you guys think the same, it's not going to work out, man. We
No,
always we're
you
always
guys
going to
think the
have a
same.
trouble.
You'd be like butting heads all the time.
Yeah, exactly, and
Yeah, I
exactly.
know because I think a lot like my dad and like his mom, and my dad and his mom used to butt heads all the time. So I'm stubborn, and my dad's stubborn too. So it's like, man, when I lived with him when I was younger, it was like butt heads, butt heads.
Yeah, it does really do. If we don't have any difference even in our family, forget about it. We were always fighting every single time, man.
Hmm.
And like I said, but in a relationship, we have to have differences because if we think the same, if a husband and wife think the same, it's you guys are gonna.
Hmm.
I mean, forget
It
about
makes
it.
it even
I
more
mean,
complicated.
holy crap, it's gonna be fucking. I
Yeah.
mean, probably divorced in the second year.
Hmm. And you know what? Some people go, well, I want to be in a relationship where the woman likes to do the exact same things I do. I'm like, well, at a certain point, yeah, but then if you're doing all the same things all the time, then you're gonna be doing this. You're gonna be like kind of stuck in a rut, going, oh, well, we're doing all the same things, but we're not experiencing anything new. You know,
It
because
does, it does, man, it
yeah.
does.
Hmm. And then you have different like people have different like things they want to do all the time. Like, so some people like this, some people like different music, some people like different food, some people like to
Mhm.
travel to different places. And that's kind of hard to compromise because you go, well, if I want to go here and she doesn't want to go, then you got to agree with your wife and go, we're not going there then, or your girlfriend,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
if she doesn't want to go, then don't go there.
No,
Like if
yeah,
you don't want to go to if you don't want to go to New York and she does, or if you want to go to New York and she doesn't, then you go, okay, we're not going there then
but see,
because
in that case, sometimes we have to compromise in some point
mhm,
because I mean, if we don't, if we have to, I mean, sometimes we have to agree in some point. If you're married, of course, is a team effort. You have to work in teams. Well, okay, I mean, you want to go to New York? Okay, I go with you this time. But remember, next month we're going to this place. Because I mean, you have to compromise in some point or not.
mhm.
If
Yeah,
not, the relationship
everybody
is
has to
not gonna work.
compromise. You have to
Yeah.
compromise. Not just with like your spouse or your
Mhm.
family or your friend. You got to compromise at your job too. If you
Yeah.
don't
Oh, yeah.
compromise, you're getting fired.
Exactly. Yeah.
If you don't compromise and do what they want you to do, then you're like, they're like, see ya. Don't the door hit you on the way out. You're out
That's
of here.
true.
You're fired. Find a new
Yeah.
job.
Tabashi, thank you. Thank you for thumbs up. Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
Agree to
Agree to
disagree.
disagree.
Exactly. Yeah, man. You have to agree to disagree. I mean,
Yep.
exactly.
Agree to
And
disagree. That
yeah, it
um,
is. And then on some part, let's say like
Chiefs suck.
and I'm going to go in differences of countries too, because we in the U.S. it's totally different. People in the Philippines, people have had a little bit more harder. It's more harder, but they're how you call that stuff? We are here in the U.S. more a little bit more liberated than they are in the Philippines.
Hmm.
No, they're more family oriented and very
Yeah.
secure places. They're not. I'm not gonna say that I'm not open minded, but they're not more open minded than we are.
Hmm.
You
But
know.
here's one thing about the United States. United States is there's a lot more stress in the United States,
Oh
like
yeah,
just with your job and your and how fast paced a lot of it is. Like if you go to some places in freaking like United States, it's like just stressful wherever you go. It's like
Mhm.
crowds and freaking cars going zooming by down the street and loud noises, and you could just get stressed out from all the
Yeah,
people and all the
yeah,
loud noises. Like if you go to New York, some people can't handle it because the crowds and the loud noises.
yeah. Arlene, thank you for a blessing. Appreciate
Mhm.
it. Yeah, so
There,
I had to do a lot with my marriage. Yeah, exactly.
yeah, you have
Yeah,
to
I mean,
compromise in anything.
they have to. Like, okay, I mean, I understand. An American man goes to Europe, Asia, whatever, and they marry
Yeah, or
a
like any other
Filipino
country,
or whoever want to marry to Asia.
mhm,
They have to.
Mexican or
Asians have to understand that we are a little bit more open minded than they are. So
yeah,
it's like for us, like to do all the stuff and yeah, we have to maybe compromise a little bit on their side, but they have to be open. They have to understand that we in the
hmm,
U.S. We're open. We just we do a lot of stuff that you guys don't do. We say some stuff that maybe in your culture is very different than we do. So I mean, the difference is going to be there, but you have to understand our culture, and we have to understand your culture. But you cannot completely stop us from what we're doing in the U.S. and I'm not going to
hmm,
stop what you're doing in the
yeah,
Philippines or any other culture. So like
hmm,
it can be differences. But we have to meet in the middle.
yeah,
Yeah, cut
because
half
there's
whatever you have.
cultural differences in
Yeah. Oh yeah, very culture
any
different.
part
Yeah.
you go, and there's actually parts of the United States that are culturally different
Hmm.
than like here, and
Oh yeah.
every state's a little different,
Hmm.
even if you don't realize it. But like if you go to some parts of like the Northeast, there's people that don't like Amish people
Hmm. Yeah.
still riding horse and buggies and
Exactly.
still
Yep.
don't use electricity. So they live like 1890s,
Yeah.
1900s. Where they riding horse. I've never seen it, but I've seen it on like videos. You can watch like Amish videos on YouTube where
Yeah.
there's a man and a woman. The man's got a big beard, and they're dressing like pioneer days, and the guy's got a hat on, got a suit on. He's
Yeah.
riding his horse and buggy right down the street, and you can see like cars, no cars going by because they're in a city or a town where it's all
Yeah.
Amish. And one thing about that, I'm just it's a little bit side topic. Amish make damn good furniture.
Hmm.
They
Oh yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're good woodworkers and building houses. Even well, now some Amish people have migrated to where they use some power tools
Hmm.
because you kind of can't get around it and it saves time.
Yeah. I
Because
mean, right now
say
we
a lot of times you're building a barn or a shed.
yeah, in 2023, now is
You got to kind of get
you
with
have
the
to use
times.
power tools now or
Yeah.
something. It's like
Hmm.
you can
But differences can be like
find
everyday differences. If you want to get
yeah,
into like everyday differences, like choose what you want to eat for dinner, choose what you want to watch on TV,
yeah,
choose like just basic stuff, like choose where you want to if you where you want to go tomorrow for like vacation. You could be going, could be like a staycation where you're going like a couple hours away, and you go, we want to go here, so we got to come up to a conclusion of what we're gonna, what we both choose,
yeah,
and come to an agreement. It's like an
yep.
example. My dad and my stepmom, I called them. I shouldn't have probably not called them. It's their anniversary right now, full
No,
14-year
congratulations.
anniversary. But they were talking about it last week like last week when I was out there up with them camping. They were talking about, oh, where do we want to go? Blah 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 blah. And then they went to John Wick 4. It's a movie they agreed on,
Oh,
and then
nice.
they made a decision. And then they went to Anthony's. If you ever heard of that? I don't know if you ever heard of that. Anthony's. It's a seafood restaurant, like pretty
Oh, nice.
nice one. I mean, even cheap dishes are like 25,
That's
30
not
bucks.
bad. Yeah.
So it's a little nicer. It's probably, I don't know if it's a 4-star, but it's pretty nice. I've been to it once, and that's my dad's favorite place to eat because they have really good, like a lot of their seafood's fresh locally that they get. So, and then their steaks are like 40-50 bucks, for like a 7-8 ounce steak with like two sides.
Mhm.
So it's like medium priced, which is out of my budget pretty much. If I was going to buy my own meal, if I could, it cost me like $70 at that place if I got a steak and
See,
a
you should
drink.
go. You should go to one of the places I went there to the Japanese
From here,
steakhouse. That's
well,
pretty.
we have some here. We have one called Mizu. There's like a few locations. There's one in Tukwila, and then there's one there which is close to where it was like close to my work. It's like a mile and a half, 2 miles away from my work. And there's one about from where my apartment is, one about a little over 4 miles away. Mizu. I've been there once, and they do have the table. They have like a few of those tables or the grills you can sit around.
Mhm.
They have the table like you were sitting at your steakhouse, and they have and they have those regular tables too. But I went there with my dad, my stepmom, probably 5-6 years ago, and we got I don't remember what I got. I don't remember what dad got either. But it's memorable because my stepmom got eel sushi, like with eel in
Okay.
it,
Yep.
and she gets that once in a while because she likes eel. I guess it's good. I don't know. I'm not into sushi though, so I wouldn't eat it. But
I'm not into sushi either, but I mean, I know a couple people eat that. I mean,
I'm into semi raw fish. I eat tuna where I
can't
cook
do
it
raw
like medium rare tuna. Like tuna steaks. I cook them to where it's like raw in the middle.
Yeah.
Because that's how you're supposed to cook it. You're supposed to cook it like medium rare tuna, like a medium rare steak. And tuna's good. I have a short on my channel from like maybe a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. That's tuna steaks.
Mm. Oh, that's one thing. Yeah,
Ahi tuna,
I
caught
had
locally too.
I had salmon and steak. It was pretty good. I mean, it was pretty good.
Yeah, salmon's good, and
Yeah,
salmon's
pretty good.
not just tastes good; it's also high in omega-3 fatty acids.
Mm-hmm.
The fish oil. Yeah,
Yep.
it's really high in fish oil. So is tuna. But one thing about like tuna and salmon, it's really good. You can eat it, but don't eat it like a lot, like super lot, because it does have a little bit of mercury in it, but
Mm.
it's not going to kill you, but
Yeah, yeah.
it might raise your what do they call that? Your levels of mercury in your body a little bit, but
Oh, okay.
it's not gonna kill you. It's not like you're gonna die if you eat tuna every other day.
Yeah. No, I hardly
And
eat
it's
too
more
much
fresh. You get it more out of fresh
seafood.
tuna than the canned.
Once in a while seafood, and it's like sometimes I know Faye loves seafood, so she like her dry fish and stuff like that. But I
Mhm.
don't eat too much seafood. I try eating once in a while, so
Oh,
to
I
mix.
want my seafood dry.
If I eat too
Yeah.
much red meat, then it's worse for your heart. So
Mhm.
I like that. But
I don't want dry seafood. Oh, I want my seafood like moist and flaky.
yeah.
No offense to the Filipinos, like 'cause
No,
what they do
I
is most of their
it's
dry seafood or dry fish they make, at least in the Philippines, anyways, they use milk fish, and then they're not really drying it. They're just deep frying it until it's really
yeah,
like dry.
yeah.
Because real dried fish is like what the Native Americans and some
Oh
other
yeah,
Asian countries are doing for hundreds of years ago, where they take a piece of like whatever type of fish it is. It could be like salmon, it could be like trout, and they just salt it, heavily
yeah,
salt it, and
yeah.
just let it sit out on
Great.
their counter for like a whole day or two or a couple days and let it get dried out. But then they used to set it under the sun, so it kind of is drying by the sun, but also kind of rotting it at the same
Yeah.
time. And then they would just eat it because it's a way. Back in the old days, like at least in the United States, it was a way to preserve fish, salt it, and then
Hmm.
dry it out, and then you could put it in like wrap it up in something,
Yeah.
and then keep it without refrigeration for a good amount of time.
It's true.
That's where jerky came from too. Jerky came
Yeah,
from
yeah.
they would like get a deer or an elk or they're like buffalo, and they would kill it, and they would cut into like pieces or strips, and they would just hang it up in their barn or their house, just hang it
Yeah.
up and let it just dry for like a week or something
Yeah.
or whatever it was, and then they called it jerked beef. Like if it was beef or jerked elk or jerked deer or whatever, and then you could have it for a long time, and it was good because there was out on the range, for example, or like cattle driving or like this stuff, and it
Mhm.
gives them a quick protein. They could eat like one little piece and they get a quick dose of protein. And people still do that to this day. People still buy jerky and go out
Oh
on
yeah.
farms or ranches or hiking and then eat beef jerky
My
like they used to do in the olden days.
I buy this big bag of meat, you know,
Yeah,
at Walmart. It has a
jerky's good,
big
so
bag.
damn
It's
good,
expensive though. Very
especially.
expensive. Very expensive.
It's getting expensive now. Yeah, sometimes it's like $15 to
Yeah.
$20 for like a 1 pound bag.
Hmm.
But
I try
um,
not to eat too much.
the bag jerky's good. The bag jerky's good. But if you ever have really good like fresh jerky made from like a butcher shop, or if someone
Oh yeah,
like
like Jim.
kills an elk or a deer and then has it like processed somewhere at like a butcher shop, it's really damn good. It's far better than the bag stuff. And there's a
Yeah.
place here that if anybody I know, like my brother and my dad goes over to Eastern Washington, they have a place called Owens Meats in Ellensburg. And then they make like one big giant tub of that stuff, like a
Oh.
big, it's like a humongous like catering style like food tub, and they make a big batch of it, and then when it runs out, it's gone. So and then it's usually gone by like middle of the afternoon, sometimes well before they like hours before they close, and then but it's really good beef jerky. The pepperoni's good, but the beef jerky's what people go there for. It's called Owens Meats in Ellensburg,
Oh,
and
that's
it's
interesting.
legendary. People from all over the state come to get their freaking jerky. It is. It's like I've had it probably like 7 or 8 times in my life. Last time my brother went there, he got some, and then I had some. Yeah, it was so good. I had like maybe a few ounces of it. Oh my god, it's so good. It is. Make
Yeah,
a couple different
I
kinds.
have to try that because I only tried the one in bags, like regular
Yeah,
one.
yeah. And
I
then
want to try the real one that when they have it outside and we can eat it from there. So
and the best jerky I've had is my best friend's family goes elk hunting, and then his brother, my best friend's brother, got an elk one time, and then my best friend's dad had some of it made into jerky, and they go to a place in Springfield, Oregon. Fuck that shit is so good. It's kind of it's different color than beef. It's kind of like a reddish like different. It's like a little more reddish than beef, and it's so good. Oh my god! And then they make it to where it's still kind of chewy and not dried out. It's so good, and they make it into like big thick. They make it into more like thick chunks of it, and it's so good. Oh my god! And I haven't had it probably for like 6 or 7 years, but next time I go down there, I got to get some because you know it's good.
on and then you said that now you are in your own house, right? In your own.
I've been here for almost a year.
Okay,
It'll
that's
be
good.
a year in like a little less than a month.
So I'm gonna ask you a question. When you used to
Yeah.
live with your brother, oh yeah,
Mm-hmm.
did you had any differences, or you guys pretty much
Mm-hmm.
in the same
Yeah, it's
page?
like you I'll give you an example. Like when you're growing up with your brother and you're living with them, and then I've lived with them twice. I lived with them like when I was 20, when I was 24, I moved over from Spokane because I lived in Spokane for a while, and I moved over here. I lived with my brother probably for like 2.5 years, and that was the first time I lived with him when he was an adult. So it's kind of it's
Our
different because you
our grandpa is here.
hi
Hey,
Bruce, but it's different though. It is. It's different when you live with someone. You live with your brother as an adult, as
Yeah.
opposed to when he's a kid,
Hmm.
because especially when he's the leader of the house, he
Yeah.
owned and then stuff like that. And then I lived with my brother for 10.5 months, and I stopped living with him the last weekend in June of last year, and it's just different because I have to go by his rules
Exactly.
because he I was only paying him like $200 or something for to rent a bedroom, and then I was and then so I'd have to go by all his rules, and then of course I would have to you know like I couldn't do this, couldn't do that, and
Yeah.
then of course my I had to take care of his dog, so that's a decision I had to make,
Mhm.
which I didn't have a problem with it. I like his dog and all that stuff, and we get along well, so you know, but
Bruce, what do you think? Differences make us better or not,
uh,
or make us
okay,
stronger?
it probably depends on what the differences are. Uh, in some cases, it probably is good that we have differences, different different personalities, different, uh, you know, maybe different likes, different talents,
mm-hmm,
different abilities.
mm-hmm,
In those ways, it's good. you know, it's good to be different
Hmm.
because, you know, where, like, say, one person might have a weakness, another person could come along and fill that gap. And,
Exactly. Yeah.
you know, especially like in a team situation, like it's your job, or maybe even in your marriage, you know, I've seen a husband and wife team where, you know, one might do better at something than the other. And, you know,
Hmm.
so they,
Hmm.
because of their differences, it actually complements each other and actually, you know, uh, makes for a better situation for
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
But now, uh, you know, sometimes differences can cause harm. You know, it depends on, you know, like if there are differences of certain opinions, for example. You know, I've seen some uh, people have such drastic differences in opinion that they actually started, you know, I mean, arguing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. Everybody's
Sometimes
going to
the
argue once in
argument
a while, though.
would lead up to a fight or something, and
Hmm.
Hmm.
that's
Yeah.
counterproductive there, you know. And when you have differences like that, I find that the best thing to do is to set boundaries and you know, don't allow yourself to go past that boundary. You
Yeah.
know, if you know, now sometimes you're going to run into situations where it can't be helped. You know, like
Yeah.
uh, you know, you may run into somebody at a social gathering. Even
Hmm.
here at YouTube, we might run into somebody at a live stream, and it might be somebody we don't especially care for. But you know,
Hmm.
we don't want to run away. But by the same
Yeah.
token, you know, we just need to kind of set a boundary, you know,
Hmm.
and try to be cautious about how we talk to that person, you know,
Hmm.
uh, because you know the other person may, uh, you know, if we said something in the wrong way, that person might come firing back, you know.
Yep.
And, so you know, it's just so it depends on what the differences are,
Hmm.
you know, as to whether it's going to be a good thing or not a good thing, you know.
Hmm.
And you know, it's just you know, I've seen all kind of examples of that over the course of my life,
Yeah.
you know. Just you know, and I tell you, it's you know, uh, I think it's good that we're not like a bunch of robots, you know,
Exactly.
because we all have a different personality. We all have a different attitude about certain things, you know, and that's a good thing, you know, because you know that makes life interesting.
Hmm.
You know, if we were all just alike,
Yeah. I mean, it's
I
Yeah.
be
mean,
boring.
how boring would that get?
Yeah, boring life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be. If I liked the same food that Bruce liked, and then I liked the Chiefs,
You got nothing to talk about. Yeah. You got
and Ed liked the Chiefs, we'd be like, oh man, we're on now. Yeah,
Yeah, you got nothing to talk about.
I liked it though.
If you guys like the same thing and you are always the same, what are you talking about? For what?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Because
you couldn't have a conversation
no, you couldn't
because
have it.
everybody would
no,
be thinking alike.
You
you
can't.
really
And then
couldn't.
there'd be
And I
no
mean,
opinion to think about anything else but what you both like. Oh man, I really like steak. So do I.
Yeah,
If I
yeah,
really like the Raiders, so does Ed.
yeah. It'd be boring conversation. Easy.
Yeah, it would be
oh
boring
yeah,
if you're just talking about how much you like stuff all the time and how great
Like,
everything we have is so similar.
yeah.
yeah,
And you
like
know, you can learn
yeah,
from
yeah,
Mhm.
different
Yeah,
people having different opinions
yeah.
about different things, and
Hmm.
it actually can like turn that light bulb on up here and
Hmm.
make you stop and think, you know, that
Hmm.
wow, this you know there is life outside that box,
hmm
Hmm.
you know, and you know that we don't just have to uh, you know stay focused on what we, think is the right thing, we may run into somebody and they may share something with us, and then
Yeah.
it opens up it might actually open up a brand new world for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just incredible how that is. Uh,
Yep.
yeah,
Hmm.
and I
Exactly.
mean, we're free moral agents. We can make choices.
Of course. Yep.
And if we choose to be different on certain things, well, that's hey, that's okay.
It's
That's
like you
okay.
and your wife, and your wife. I imagine you guys have had differences in a lot of stuff. You know.
Hmm.
Oh yeah. Well, we had to compromise on a lot of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and because we didn't, we thought alike on a lot of things, but then there were certain things that we did not agree on,
Mm-hmm.
and so we had to make compromises, you know, and you know,
Like day-to-day compromises, like what you're going to buy at the store, or what you're going to eat for dinner.
oh
Where
yeah,
you spend the
yeah,
money?
Just basic stuff. What are you gonna? Should we have? I want pancakes, but she wants
Waffles.
eggs eggs for breakfast. So then we got to compromise and go,
Yeah.
or they go, oh, we'll have this one or this one, or we go, oh, we'll have both.
I
yeah.
want
But
chicken
I
and
would do.
gravy.
I just go, let's have
Or
both.
hey, I want them scrambled. No, I want them
I
sunny
want,
side up.
yeah.
I want my eggs for the house.
Yeah.
Egg the house. Not kidding.
But no, but it's like it is like we have to have differences because it makes life better. Even though people say,
Yeah.
"But no, you're gonna argue more." No, because we're gonna know more about the person. The person gonna know more about
Mhm.
us, and then we can meet in the middle.
Yeah,
We don't have to always say, "Oh, yes, yes, yes," to "Oh, I like that,"
No,
even though you don't. But I mean, sometimes you have to
in the middle.
let's
yeah.
work it out. And I don't like
Yeah.
this. I mean, like I don't like dry fish or smelly fish. I don't like balut. So okay, well you
Right.
eat it. You eat it. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you can eat it on your own. I'll just
not
I'll,
eat
I'll
it.
just look away when you eat it.
You eat it. You eat it. I'm not gonna say no. Don't eat that because I don't like
Yeah,
it. No, you can't do
yeah,
that.
that's the difference. And
Yeah,
there's also like differences in like society too. There's like
Yeah,
you'll have political, religious, racial differences. I mean,
yeah.
just to be honest, yeah,
Everybody's
it's all different.
entitled to your own opinion. I mean,
Difference in how companies work, differences in how people want to do this with our environment, all kinds
but
of differences.
in that case, don't and I talk about a lot of people with differences, but don't say, "Oh, you're wrong because you like that." Or, no, they're not
Hmm.
wrong. They like it
Yeah,
because
exactly.
they're
That
different than
doesn't
you are. You
you're
know.
not
right.
wrong because you like the Chiefs, but I still won't like them.
But
You're
yeah,
not you're not wrong
we
if you
make
like Britney
jokes about it,
Spears.
whatever. But
Yeah,
don't say no. You cannot eat that
yeah.
because
You're
I
not
don't
wrong if
like
you like
it.
Britney Spears. You're not wrong if you like this team instead of this team.
Yeah,
No.
We can have a
yeah.
friendly rivalry.
Sometimes, I mean, let's face it. That sometimes your differences can be over some bigger things, though, than like your favorite entertainers or
Hmm.
Hmm.
you know,
Everybody has differences in that. Yeah.
yeah,
Well, not everybody, because I know a lot of people like some of the same stuff I do, but
right.
you know,
It just
yeah.
and there sometimes it can be some real life
Yeah.
issues that are going
Hmm.
on, and you
Yeah,
know,
like I have a difference in a lot of people. A lot of people go, I tell them on YouTube, I don't ever want kids, and they think it's so weird. I'm like, I don't.
Oh,
That's the difference I have in you. I don't want kids. I don't want to have to deal with
that's
them.
your that's your choice. It's
Yeah,
just
hey,
what it
sis
is.
Deborah.
because I know I
Hey,
couldn't handle them
Deborah, long
well.
time no see.
Right,
Thank
Deborah.
you.
I know
Thank
I
you for
couldn't
coming,
handle them
Deborah.
well. That's different. Some people want to have kids, some people
Hey,
don't. Some people
Luke.
want to get married, some people don't.
Luke, Luke the Great. Good morning.
Mhm. Hi,
Morning,
Luke.
everybody. Yeah, good. Magandang umaga for the Philippines. The early morning down there.
Luke the Great. I don't know the Great Turtle.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what
Mhm.
makes us better. Our differences make us
Yeah.
better. That's what makes Bruce better.
Give more variety. It's the
Better, we
spice of
better.
life,
We are.
as they
That's
say.
right.
Variety is the spice of
Variety
We,
life.
is the spice of life.
we are.
Yeah.
We can't have it. We can't have
Spice of life.
everything.
I mean,
Yeah.
Hmm.
yeah,
Yeah.
Even though if you married, you married the person because she like the same thing you don't. No, it's a different personality, different stuff you like. If you marry the person because you like everything that you like, it's not gonna work at the end.
No, it's not going
You're
to
gonna
work
get
out.
you're gonna get tired.
You'll
Tired of
you'll be too much in
same
your
thing. There's
own
nothing
comfort.
different.
You'll be in a comfort zone,
Yeah.
and then you won't like branch out and try anything else or do anything because you always want to go to the same places. You always want to go do this, and
You're gonna
then
get
one
bored.
person goes, well, why don't you try to go here on vacation because
Yeah.
it might be more fun than just going to that same damn place every year, every other year. It gets kind of old, It's like sometimes, just like
Yeah.
example. I'm going to be going. I need to get the tickets, the flight, and all that. But I'm going to freaking Ann Arbor this year to watch a Michigan game because it's on my bucket list. And I'm going to be sitting in the fall. I'm going to be sitting in the biggest stadium in the United States. It's got at least 96 rows. The 96 rows of seats. Holy Jesus!
Yeah.
Think about it. 96 rows of seats.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, it holds like 108,000 or something.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's like,
But I'm gonna be going there with my dad. I need to figure out what game to go to and blah blah blah. I'm not going to the Ohio State game because it's gonna be like in November and it's gonna be like $440 to $530 a ticket. I do have money saved up, but yeah.
yeah, way too much money.
Yeah. But I'm gonna probably still spend like $200 and something on a ticket because I want to sit in good seats. It's on my bucket list. I have some money saved up.
Being, having, people being different like that, it makes life interesting.
Mm-hmm.
And, so, that's pretty much, I think that's the strong point
I'll be back.
about, differences is how it can make life interesting for so many of us, and it helps us to realize that we need to step outside the box and just look around and see and experience, different things,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that it's not all potatoes and gravy, it's
Yeah. Yeah. No,
yeah. I mean, and
No.
yeah, I like fried chicken, Brett.
Yeah. And you probably like these too.
chicken gravy. Oh wow,
Now, what is that?
A Swiss roll.
Swiss roll, yeah. The
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
they're kind of like a ho ho. They're like the same thing as a
yeah.
ho ho.
right,
But they're like the $1.25 ones get the dollar store. They're just as good.
oh
They're
yeah.
good. They're the good hoes. There you go.
Mm-hmm. Or kind of similar to ding dongs too.
Ding dong, yeah, I remember that. I used to eat a lot of
The
those.
ding dongs suck now though. I got them like last year or something. I'm
They're
like,
kind of dry now.
not dry. They're smaller.
Oh,
I
really?
swear they're small. I swear they're like probably a half an inch smaller in diameter. Like
Oh,
these things
really?
are a rip off, and then they don't come in the cool aluminum foil anymore either.
Oh shit, really? Yeah, I
Remember,
remember.
they used to have a cool
I
aluminum foil. You could like it make the cool sound. It'd be off if you could find the original ding dongs in the aluminum foil. It'd make really good ASMR video. Like this one would too.
Well,
Oh,
Bruce,
boy.
Bruce works in Walmart. He might find a good ding dong. So.
Mhm.
No, I don't, Luke.
Bruce doesn't like blue. He doesn't like dried fish.
No,
There we go.
Oh, I've
That's
never
kind of-
actually tried those things.
Oh,
I saw that.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a short coming up in probably a couple of days. I went to this Filipino store here in Charlotte, and yeah, they had they had a bunch of stuff. So I'll be putting that short probably tomorrow. They had to buy it for $2. I was like, yeah, no, I'm good.
yeah, but they have all kinds of different stuff at the Asian stores. They have like the preserved egg too. Have you seen that? Oh, it's just like the egg that's like rotted, pretty much just rotted egg.
Uh,
And it looks even gross. You can look it up on the internet if you want to get grossed out. It looks gross too. It's like a
No
brownish green egg. The inside of it looks like brownish green, or
Yeah.
like black green sometimes. Or there's like a few different, there's like different colors of them. But ugh.
Yeah, no, it's just
I want to try the quail egg though. I heard those are good.
I heard that was good. I don't know, but I just don't eat egg.
Probably have to I was thinking about, oh yeah, let's like do a quail egg omelet. I probably have to use all dozen of them things to make like 3 eggs or 2 eggs.
I see who's there. Well, we got 10 more minutes before I start. I have to start packing a little bit earlier. I'm
Okay.
heading home tomorrow. Finally, after two
Oh,
months.
you're going to Daytona.
Yeah, finally, I'm going home for two.
Oh, and then you got to go back probably like next weekend.
Not really. In a week and a half, I got off, and then I head back to Watkins Glen, New York.
Oh yeah, Walking Glen. That's the only road course, right?
Yeah, road course. Yeah. So yeah, the Himza
Oh
is a 6 hour race. So 6 hour race. So.
wow.
But yeah, after that, then I head down to Michigan for a month and a half for the Faster Horses concert, country music, and then the race after that. So,
Oh.
yeah, busy month. So,
Mhm.
so, Bill, so you think that differences makes things better?
I think it makes things interesting, you know, for me anyway. And in some cases, it does make things better,
Mhm.
you know. Like I said, and really, the only time I can see where differences, I mean, because like, just for example, you know, I can get along with people fine, even if they don't, you know, just because I may have different in opinion. I may have a different opinion than they do, but I can still get along with them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, the only time that I can see where being different might could possibly hurt or harm somebody would be if it became a situation where there was maybe an argument or fighting would occur, you know, and if you had something like that going on, you know, then you better set boundaries
Mhm.
and and try to just you know just detach and not try not to deal with that, you know.
Mhm.
Sometimes that's hard to do, you know. Sometimes we
Yeah.
can't, you know, we might find ourselves in a situation where we have to do,
Mm-hmm.
you know, go head to head with it, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Not really what we want to do, you know. I'm not a fighting type person myself, you know. And I sure as heck don't like to argue with people,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Not worth it. Yeah.
I don't think anybody likes to argue.
Yeah, I can't
If someone
stand
says they
on.
like to argue, then I won't even bother with that person.
Oh yeah, it's just best not to just walk away, you know.
Hmm.
Yep.
And
Just wipe your hands clean and walk away.
yeah,
So Brett, what do you think?
I think it's generally it's good overall, but there's like differences in society that some freaking people just can't get over. You know what I mean? Because
Mm-hmm.
like there's things in our like even in the United States that people some people will never get over. And it's like it always has to do with like race, politics, freaking economics. Oh my
oh
god!
yeah,
Don't even start talking about some of that stuff. For
Yeah.
like societal differences. Like
Yeah.
you can't do that. Well, it's what I want to do, and I want to be different. So let me do it. It's like some people flip out when someone wears a different type of clothes and looks different than somebody
oh
because they want
yeah,
to be different. They're like, "Well, I don't like that," and they'll like ridicule you for it.
True.
Now that's the bad side of it. But generally, overall, I think it's good most of the time. I mean, differences are good, like day to day differences, but are good. And like it's different to have different interests because someone could open your eyes to go, well, I never heard that band before. I never ate that food, but I'll try it.
Yeah.
And then you can make your own decisions and go. And if you want to be different and try it and eat it, or if you just go, oh, it's gross, yuck, you know,
It's
yeah.
true. It's true.
yeah.
You can see differences every day. Like people will be wearing different clothes. There's a difference. Like people drive different cars. People listen. You'll be just like somewhere, and someone will be listening to different music than you, and someone will be eating a different dish than you. Someone will be talking about a different topic than you all
Oh
the time.
yeah.
It's all around me. Like I work at IKEA, and I see differences all the time. Like you don't have to even say anything, and you can see a difference in somebody
Mm-hmm.
just by looking at them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's very true.
Yeah. They just look at the
you can
clothes or the
actually kind of
hairstyle.
sense that a lot of
Yeah.
times, you know,
Mhm.
with just,
Hmm.
you know, they may have a certain attitude or have a certain way about them, you know,
Mhm.
and you can sense it almost, you
Yeah.
know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
without even saying anything. You know, of course, you know, there's uh, something that I heard many years ago: be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to anger.
Mhm.
You know, and you know, when you're dealing with people that uh, may carry the, you know, go about that they may be totally different than you are, you know,
Mhm.
in more than ways than one. You
Yeah.
know, it may be the only thing that you did have in common is that you like fried chicken.
Yeah. Or yeah. Mhm.
But I, you know, and I just I use that as a I guess an
Example.
analogy because you know that's I've seen that. You know that
Mhm.
may be the only thing they had in common is you know they liked a certain food or a certain drink. You know everything else, nah,
Yeah.
forget about
Yeah.
it.
Mhm.
True. Yep.
But in the case of certain situations, being different, you may actually complement one another. You know, like
Mhm.
in a team type situation, maybe in a relationship, uh, married
Mhm.
couple,
Yeah,
boyfriend,
well, like a team
something
could be
like
like
that.
your job.
Right. In a team
You have to work as a
situation,
team.
whether it's like at work or
Hmm.
on a sports team, for example, you know, the the team that you may be rooting for example, the quarterback may not be that good, but he may have a couple of good running backs
Yeah. Yep.
that that you know actually can uh,
Mhm.
the team can rely on them more. You know, the
Mhm.
quarterback might be good at calling plays, but he may be a terrible passer.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
it may be that he can hand off to one of the running backs. They can throw a pass or
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever, you know, just,
Yeah.
and I use those as examples,
Mhm.
it's, uh, you know, there's all kind of
Mhm.
situations that you're going to run into.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And
There's all kinds of differences. Like you're saying in sports, there's this one like someone could be like one player could be like in a basketball could be a good shooter, the other person could be a good passer. So then you got to make your
yeah,
differences work. One guy could just pass him the ball all the time, and the other guy can just shoot it.
Mhm.
right. And then
And
you
then
may have
trying to
one guy on the team that's a good defensive player,
yeah,
you know,
or just a good rebounder.
right.
Hmm. And you
Yep.
got to
Yeah.
do different personalities too. Because like I'll give you an example. Like, did you ever watch the Last Dance when they had when the Bulls had Rodman on their team? Well,
Oh
that
yeah.
that guy was way different than everybody else, and he go to deal with a different personality. Phil Jackson goes, "We're going to give this is like '96 or something or '97." He goes, "We're going to." Or no, it's actually the last year they were together, and he goes, I'm going to give Rodman a vacation." So everybody thought it was so weird because Robin was so different that he had to have a 2 week vacation, came back and his mind was right, and they started winning again.
Yeah.
He went to like
Wow.
Vegas or something for like 2 weeks. I remember when it was like live and it was happening. I was like, "What? They're gonna let Dennis Rodman just leave the team for 2 weeks and just go up and just disappear, not doing team activities?" And yeah, Phil Jackson let him do it because he knew that but Rodman was different, and he needed that to get his mind together, so he would come back and start playing good again, and it
Mhm.
worked.
That's an
You know,
example. Yeah.
they call Phil Jackson the Zen master. He knew what he was doing. He knew how to
Oh,
deal with
yeah.
Rodman better than anybody. Because everybody
Yep.
else would get frustrated with Rodman, and he was so different. You know, that's just an example. You know, he was a different
That's,
guy. He still was kind of an eccentric guy. He has a relationship with Kim Jong Un for crying out loud.
uh,
He is really different.
Yeah. All right, guys. Vamos
Yeah,
out. So I appreciate it. Yeah, Brett,
enjoyed
Guapo,
it. Yeah.
yeah.
uh,
Thank you. You know,
Bruce,
Guapo's a
Bruce, son.
character in a movie too. That's why I
Thank you
kind of
very
use
much. I
that.
appreciate it. Are you going live,
Yeah.
Bruce, later on?
I'm not sure yet. If I do, it'll be a, what do they call it? Just a spur of the moment
Yeah.
type live
Right.
stream.
It's good.
On yet program or uh, doing the wheel. No I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Roulette.
Yeah.
The duck race. No, it'll be a short 1 hour
Yeah, sure.
stream, and it'll go for like 3 hours.
Oh
I know
yeah.
somebody does
Yeah,
it
I
almost
know,
all the
right?
time. Like Lynn's channel does it almost all the time. She goes, it'll be a short 1 hour, and she goes like 2-3 hours.
Yeah. I'm almost tempted to wait and just do one Thursday because I don't have to get up and go to work Friday morning.
Hey,
And
Oh,
see,
that's
I got to
good.
get up and go to work tomorrow.
And
yeah, me too. I got a long drive tomorrow.
hard to go to streams and do streams all the time too. I know. I was doing them for 7 to 12 hours every other day for like over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It got hard.
Yeah. And you just get tired of it. Sometimes
Mhm.
you have to just give yourself a break.
Mhm.
And
And then people need sleep. I mean, I know from example, when I was streaming and doing it, I was up even more than now, and I'm up a lot now.
Even
It was
hours
hard.
and hours.
Yeah, I was up for like a day,
Yeah,
day
not
and a half,
yeah.
almost all the time straight
oh
at one
yeah.
time. And then now at least I sleep sometimes. I don't. And then I was up for two days, like I don't know, a lot, like
Mm.
2 days straight, like probably a dozen times, more than a dozen times. And I tried to go to work one time, being up for 2 hours, I almost fell asleep on my. There, I was at work, and I was like, I can't stay awake, and I had like three or four cups of coffee that day too, and I couldn't stay awake. Like I had coffee last night, and then like about 15, 20 minutes after I had coffee, I fell asleep. I was so tired, and I slept for like 8 hours.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. All right, Bruce. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
You're welcome,
Yeah,
Ed. Good to
and
see
Brett,
you.
I appreciate for
yeah,
coming.
you're
Thank
welcome,
you guys
bro. Ed, bye, Bruce. Nice talking to you.
All
Bye,
right. See
everybody
you
in
later,
chat.
Brett.
thank you
Yep,
for watching
I
the
am
premiere
out.
today. So I appreciate it. So
Okay.
thank you, Bruce. See you.
Uh-huh. Bye-bye.
All right, guys. You heard them. Differences makes life better. So yes, I mean I say a bunch of times. We are different. We all live in different eras. I'm in the '70s and '80s kids. Bunch of people are in the '90s and 2000 kids. So we all gonna have differences. You like it or not, it's your choice to choose if you want, who you want, and how you want to live your life. So differences, yes, it makes your life much better. We are the same. There's nothing to talk about. It'll be a boring life. So guys, if you have a spouse or married or girlfriend, whatever, always having differences is going to have a difference. American culture is very different than Filipino culture. There's no way around it. They like it or not, it's different. So choose who you want to be and choose um, correctly. So not because of me, whatever is it, but we all have a difference. We all have some stuff that is not going to change. So all right, so compromise on whatever you got to do. Always stick to each other and help each other out no matter what. All right, guys. So thank you much for watching my premiere. It's totally different. It's about a Japanese steak restaurant. Never been to one, so hopefully you enjoy the show. And it's kind of different for me. I hardly go to fancy restaurant. I really don't. I'm a regular guy. Just do my burgers and pizzas, whatever is it. So sometimes I have to treat yourself. So thank you much for enjoying the video, for watching it. Thank you for all my shorts. I appreciate you guys. I got a bunch of shorts on Facebook. We're talking with Ed. Thanks to Faye that she's one who's putting all those videos of all these iguanas and all those cakes and food on the Facebook talking with Ed. Appreciate it. Thank you much everybody for we already and we passed our 10,000 subscribers already. It's coming soon. As soon as I get home, get everything set up, we're gonna have that show. So thank you to Shooting Star, Bruce. Thank you to Brett Glasgow. Appreciate it. El Guapo, it's her name. Luke, I appreciate it. Group the Great. Thank you for coming. I appreciate you guys. Team Happy, much love for you guys. You're the one. You're the heart and soul of talking with Ed. Appreciate you guys. Sister Deborah, thank you. Appreciate it for you taking your time for the morning. I know you guys got to work super early. You probably have a live soon. Uh, we got we got Ed Bland. Thank you. Appreciate it, man, for coming up, man. I really, really appreciate you guys for checking this checking the channel up and for coming for the premiere. Captain Billy Jack, appreciate you guys. Always, always. I was take care, guys. And of course, Sean Williams and Sean Tuber. Thank you very much, guys. I hope your son is getting better. And Sean, hope your mom and dad are doing great. I think it was an anniversary. They pretty cool. So appreciate it, Sean Tuber. Appreciate you. Hopefully your son gets much better and everything gets better. Drive safe home and see you guys in the next one. So I'm gonna drop a couple shorts this week, a couple more videos. And if you haven't watched the Memorial Day video for the couple military vehicles, and I talked to some military guys. So hope you watch it. Check out my videos. A lot more coming up. A lot of videos. Here from Charlotte, I didn't make no video because it was horrible rain and cold and super late night, and I couldn't have any chance to take videos out. But it was super busy. But I got videos from Talladega, video from Darlington, and much more. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And I always say you only got one life. Enjoy it to max, and always, always believe in yourself. Okay, see you guys soon.